Okay, so I haven't done one of these in a while. I think I've only done one, but I want to start doing this. It's probably gonna be kind of hard to do it because some of these books I haven't read in a while, and I don't plan on reading them again. But this is book versus movie, and this is going to be Papertowns by John Green. So this is from the author of The Fault in Our Stars. I really liked that book. That was really good. So I thought, why not read something else by him? So I decided to read Paper Towns because it just looked really, really cool and the story looked interesting. And I heard a lot of people talk about this book like it was really, really good. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. So I'm going to show the text. The text is like this. It's a pretty thick book, not too long, not too short. Um, The back of the book, Quentin Jacobson has spent a lifetime loving the magnificently adventurous Margot Roth Spiegelman, I don't know, from afar. So when she cracks open a window and climbs into his life, dressed like an ninja and summoning him for an ingenuous campaign of revenge, he follows. After their all-nighter ends and a new day breaks, Q arrives at school to discover that Margot, always an enigma, has now become a mystery. But Q soon learns that there are clues in there for him. Urged down a disconnected path, the closer he gets, the less Q sees the girl he thought he knew. Okay, so from what I remember reading this, it was a fairly easy read. I think when I first started reading it, I wasn't really paying attention, so I had to start over. And it's a pretty easy read. I hate how the text is though. Um, so it's about this girl and this guy who they were neighbors and they grew up together and they were like best friends when they were little, and when they get older, he becomes like a kind of a nerd and she becomes a part of the in crowd and popular or whatever. So they kind of go apart, and to me she's kind of a poser. I didn't really like her. I didn't really like this book. It was really boring. It didn't offer anything. I haven't read it since that's probably why it looks fairly new, because I haven't read it since the last time I read it, which was years ago. But I want to do these book versus movies so you guys can get it. I don't recommend this book. I mean, it was just boring to me. I didn't really care about the story either. Um, but yeah, she felt like kind of a poser to me. Like, she was this popular girl in the in crowd, but she didn't want to be that way. Like she wanted to be an outcast. That's what I got vibe from her. Like, I want more in life, blah blah blah. It was just really, really boring. And for some reason I didn't understand why he thought the clues were for him. I still, to this day, I didn't understand that part, why he thought the clues were for him. And then at the end, it really wasn't the end. It didn't give you anything. It was just, oh, that was the end. So he goes on an adventure with his friends, looking at the clues that she left behind for them to go find her. And he eventually finds her, and then you get a little glimpse of life of like what was going on and why she ran away from home. She was just one of them little teenagers that ran away from home because, like a typical teenager, little white girl in the suburbs story of why she ran away. It just wasn't good. I wouldn't recommend it. And he finds her, and I think I remembered it was like, I don't want to just be a paper person in a paper town or something. That's what I remember from this. It was just, the ending was lackluster, and for some reason he was like in love with her and wanted her. I don't even think they get together at the end of this book. I don't remember it. I don't recommend it. It wasn't that good. I mean, not to me. I like it. And then here's the movie. Paper Towns the movie. I got it on DVD. It came with sticky notes. I did like the sticky notes, but I don't know what happened to my sticky notes. I think at this point I had lost them, but I don't remember losing them. That's what's the crazy thing about it. And then it gives you a map. I did put them on here. It gives you a map here, and then it gave you want to go and been there. I probably can update this now because I've been to California now. And I technically went to Arizona when I went to the Grand Canyon. But yeah, so I thought this was cool with the movie. It gave you this option, and then it gave you sticky notes, and the sticky notes had quotes from the book, which I thought was cool, and I really did like the sticky notes. I just don't know what happened to my sticky notes. Can I put them back in here? No, yeah, I think I lost them. And it took me forever to like watch the movie after I read the book, and I finally watched it. So it was just as boring as the book. And this girl right here, she can't act at all. Like, she was terrible. Like, I don't even know why they cast her. She was really terrible. And it was just boring. So it lived up to the book. It was boring. The story wasn't interesting. The plot was just boring. I mean, I think The Fault in Our Stars story was way better than this. And it made me not want to read another one of his books, which was kind of sad because I really like The Fault in Our Stars, so that's why I chose to read this. And it was boring. And then I was going to buy An Abundance of Catherine's, which was his other book, and it sounded interesting, but then this sounded interesting, and I didn't end up liking it. So yeah, but I recommend The Fault in Our Stars if you guys still haven't read that at all. And this is a short book versus movie because it's not really too much to tell. They both were boring, and I didn't like the storyline and the acting. I mean, it was cool to see the book like play out, but I remember when I was watching this, I was bored. I wasn't barely paying attention, and her acting was trash. So yeah, I mean, if you want like a good story about a bunch of suburban teenagers, you know, yeah. And that is all for this video. If you wanna, I'll recommend watching the movie before you pick the book up. And I normally don't even say that because I wouldn't waste time sitting there trying to get through this. And so that's the end of book versus movie. If you guys want me to do more, I will. And hopefully, I think the next time if I do one, it will be something that I just currently read too and saw the movie. So it won't be so like I don't even remember what happened. But I will never watch this movie again. I'll never read this movie again. Kind of regret buying this. But that is it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.